That's right, you heard the title right. I live at gas stations. I live in this van with my dogs, and we travel this entire country living in a van. And we're traveling out to Arizona from Florida, so my home every single night is probably a Love's gas station or other truck stops. Every once in a while, we will sleep at a rest stop. But if you're new to the channel, I'm gonna show you guys what I live in. So I live in this with this dog and that dog. You guys haven't met her yet. This is Bella, and this is Barrett. Up in bed, up. Bella, get up in bed. Good girl. All right, got her up in bed. So yeah, this is what I live in. I just stopped in Florida to build that cabinet at my mom's house, and I'm so glad I did, because these guys got to chill out in an air-conditioned house while I built out my van. Oh, I'm not wearing a hat. Let's fix that right now. And I also built this shelving unit, but I get my power from solar, which is 400 watts on the roof and a Battleborn battery right there, charged with that charge controller, which is a 40 amp MPPT charge controller, and that device right there is a 1000 watt inverter, which powers all the regular plugs you would have in your house. That's what I got here in the van. Let's go inside and I'll show you my living situation. So Bella sleeps here. She's not a bed sleeper at all. Barrett, however, this guy, takes up more than 50% of the bed back there. So what I got going on, look, I tell you what, how about I just go to the back and I open up that door and I show you. So this is what I have back here. It is 80 degrees right now. How do I stay cool when I sleep? Which is probably gonna get down to about 72 to 75 degrees tonight here in Florida. But how do I stay cool? Well, that's a roof vent fan. Take a look. That roof vent fan is a Max Air, and it is a remote controlled Max Air. You just push a button and it goes down and turns off by itself, or you just turn it back on and it raises up by itself, and you got 10 different speeds. Now, what powers my fan? Well, as of right now, since I don't have the wiring into my DC power over on the grid that I showed you, I am using this. This is a portable battery station. 300 watt hours is what this is, with a 300 watt inverter. So it's got a plug just like the inside of your house, or it's got a cigarette lighter, USB, and USB-C. Now here we are outside of the van again, and you're probably wondering, Kevin, why are you, if you don't even know my name probably if you're new to the channel, why do you sleep at Love's gas stations? Well, I have two dogs, and more often than not, they have what you see back here. That is a dog park. Most Love's gas stations have a dog park for my dogs to go to the bathroom in the morning. I don't got to put them on a leash. They just do their business right there. All right, so what we're doing is we're leaving here, and we are going to drive to a location that you're gonna have to stick around for this video, the rest of it, to find out where we're going. Somewhere here in Florida, but we're making that trip. I'm gonna go from this side of the screen. Say this is Florida. We're going all the way across to Arizona, the western part of Arizona, because there is a huge van lifer, RV lifer, snowbird meetup in Quartzsite, Arizona. But I have been driving around this state with my hair on fire, out the window trying to put it out. That's how much I've been driving over the last 9 months. This will be my 8th time from one side of the country to the other in 14 months. So we're gonna stop that. We're gonna cut that out. I'm driving to Phoenix, but I'm taking 30 days to get there, and we're gonna see some things along the way, and I'm taking you guys with me. I'm taking my good old time from Florida to Arizona, and we're gonna bring you guys along and show you some epic spots. Where are we going? Hit that subscribe button to find out, or just follow along with these videos. So the next time you see me, which is in a few seconds from here, I'm gonna be waking up in this van in this parking lot, taking my dogs to that park, and then we're gonna head off to the next destination. So stick around to see where that's at. Peace! I live at a gas station. Let's take the dogs out. Dogs are getting ready to go crazy because there's another dog over there. And as soon as they see it, it's going crazy. So yeah, we're in the same park. Not the same park, we're at the same gas station. Love's gas station. That's where I slept last night. This is the dog's backyard for the morning, and then we're taking off. I am not a morning person at all, so you guys will have to forgive me, but I'm gonna load these dogs up in that van somewhere over there, and we're heading off to our destination. Stick around to find out where. So this is the next night, and why do I live mainly in gas stations when I travel? Well, I'm at a Walmart, if you guys can see that in the background, and this is the reason why. Let me flip the camera around and show you. Most Walmarts and Home Depots, at least on the East Coast, no overnight vehicle or RV parking allowed. So that is why I mainly live at gas stations when I travel. It's because I'm seeing more and more of places like Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, the big chain grocery stores putting up signs saying that it's over with. It's just over with for you guys who live in vehicles, at least on the East Coast. What's different about the West Coast is I don't see many of these signs that say we can't park here. But also, to add insult to injury, is that there's so much BLM land out there that you don't have to worry about parking in a Walmart, Home Depot, or Love's. So we're gonna get in this van, 4:45, sun's going down, and we're gonna go find ourselves the place to stay for tonight. Let's go. Okay, so here we are at another gas station, and this is where I'm staying tonight. So where I was, that was called Destin, Florida. There's nowhere to park inside Destin, Florida, boondocking anyways. So we got the heck out of there. It's starting to rain now where I'm at, and I think I'm really close to the state border. We're heading west. Let me get back in the van because it's really starting to rain. All right, so here I am. I'm sitting in the van, and we are at, like I said, this Love's gas station. It's the East Coast, guys. I think the East Coast is just not van dwelling friendly. Barrett just hit me with his paw. We got Bella over there. Bella, you want to say hello? So, just to sum it up, I think that the East Coast is just done with van dwellers, at least in some of the areas that I've been to. I'm not saying all of them, but it's most of them. I don't think that up in the Midwest is much of a problem because it's the winter time, and those places don't really have saturated areas when it comes to van dwellers or vehicle dwellers living in Walmart parking lots and Cracker Barrels and things like that. Why don't we just turn this on vibrate so I can get into this video here. So what does that mean for my plans is that I go by all feel, and since Florida, the northwestern part of Florida, like I said, I was in Destin area. Since I had so much trouble, let me give you guys an idea of what I was going through. So after I did my live stream, I drove around Destin, Florida. I went to the Home Depot and other places. Walmart, I didn't see any. All those places I saw that said no overnight parking. Violators will be towed at their own expense. So then I went to Walmart, which was a little further down the street, and I didn't see any signs, and I had to go shopping. So I went inside and I went shopping, thinking that's where I was going to boondock that night. And I put the food away, and I kind of just sat in bed for up here, which is my couch as well. I get Bella in the shot there, right, Bella? As soon as I said that, she lays down, camera shy. So as soon as I said that, or as soon as I watched TV, Netflix on my phone for a couple hours, laying up here on my couch, the dogs needed to go out, so I took them for a walk. And when I stepped out of the van, there were little tiny signs, and they were only facing one direction, which if I wouldn't have gotten out of my van to take my dogs for a walk, I wouldn't have seen them, because they were way in the back of the parking lot, and they were facing towards the parking area, which you really got to start to look around for these no parking spots, no overnight parking signs. You really got to keep it vigilant. And I'm a stickler for, if there's signs, then I'm not going to park. Now, I know a lot of these gas stations around the country say 1 hour parking, and they also say no overnight parking in some of them, but that's that's kind of an unwritten law that's there to keep the riffraff out, to keep people from living there for weeks on end, days on end even. But it is common knowledge that if you're traveling, these Loves, these Pilot gas stations, Flying J's, these TA stations, it's just a rule of thumb that if you're tired and you're pulling on in to get gas and you're paying us, we know you're gone the next day, come here and sleep. So you guys really don't have to pay much attention to those Loves, Pilots, the Flying J's, the TAs, and things like that. You really don't got to take too much heart into that because they just don't want you staying there for multiple days. But every cop will tell you on the road, we just want to keep you safe. That's why there's rest areas. So I'm just driving out west. I'm going to talk to Nate from Land Cloud Adventures on the way to this Loves gas station, and he is in Louisiana. So I called him up and said, where are you at? Gave me his address. I said, okay, I'll be there in the morning. I'm going to go stay at a Loves gas station tonight, and then I'll meet up with you in the morning. So I'm going to go hang out with my good friend Nate, and he's got a live stream tomorrow. So I'm going to be on his live stream. I'm going to go ahead and post that on my community tab and in Discord whenever he puts that thumbnail up. And we're going to go hang out with Nate tomorrow. And then I think probably the next morning after that, because I'm going to go do some sights around that area and see a little bit to get some filming of that. But then I'm just going to hang out with Nate, I think in the very, very early in the morning, which for me is like 8 o'clock. I'm just going to take off, and we're heading to Texas. And we're going to go see Texas. Then we're going to see New Mexico, and then we're going to go back to Arizona. So the thumbnail's right. I live at gas stations. I live at gas stations across the country. They're my favorite place to stay when I'm traveling long distances, when I'm on major interstates, when I'm on highways. They're my favorite spots. Just because they're so convenient. Loves gas station in particular because I have 2 dogs, wherever they went. In particular because most of the Loves gas stations have a dog park area, which is probably a little 20 by 20 yard fenced in area, 10 by 10 yard fenced in area for these dogs to go to the bathroom. And I do clean up their waste afterwards, and they usually have bags. But that's why I particularly pick Loves gas stations. But if I can't find a Loves gas station, or if I'm just too tired and I don't want to go the extra 90 miles to get to one, when I look it up on the maps, then I'll pull into a TA, or I'll pull into a Flying J, a Pilot, any of these trucker stops. And I've got no problem sleeping here, and I've had no issues sleeping here either. It's really convenient, not only because of the dogs, but because there's food inside, and if I need a shower really bad, most of those places have showers. So this is what it's like for a van dweller. I live at gas stations. Unless I'm out west, then I live on BLM land, and that's where we're going very soon. If you guys don't know, I'm traveling from southern Florida back to western Arizona, and we're hitting stops along the way. I wanted to bring you guys some footage of Destin, but it costs $4 to get over that bridge. I had to pay $4 to get back over the bridge to stay at a Loves gas station, which was near that town, and then I would have to pay $4 to get back over and $4 to get back over. And for me, 2 reasons why I'm not staying there and doing some filming. That's one of the reasons. I don't want to spend the extra money. And 2, I have that feeling of let's just get back to where they love van dwellers, where they love nomads, vehicle dwellers, campers, things like that, which is BLM area over on the west side of the country, Arizona, New Mexico, places like that. And I'm really excited to see parts of Texas. We're going to do the Galveston Island. We're going to do in New Mexico Billy the Kid's gravesite and museum. And we're going to do Tombstone, Arizona, and then we're going to head back up to Quartzsite. I'm going to take you guys along with us. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button to follow us around the country and to see what it's like every single day to live in a van and travel this country, to see if you guys could do it also, or if just to live vicariously through me, but also to hang out with the dogs and this goofy guy. So that's the end of this video. We appreciate you hanging around for this video, and stay tuned tomorrow, because we're going to be on Nate's live stream, and we're going to bring you more videos of what it's like to travel, where we go, and what it's like to live in a van. All right, guys, we'll see you later.